Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
All right, folks, and we want to thank you for joining us on the weekend. It is Dustin Staples greeting you here. As always, we sincerely appreciate your company. Thanks for joining us, as you could be doing other things as well. We're taking a look back. Of course, this past Thursday was Groundhog Day, and the answer was he did see his shadow as forecasted. Now, I know there was a post I did make on our Facebook page over on Thursday morning about this, and a lot of you all have been reading your comments. Some of you are wanting spring, some of you are wanting the winter to continue, and some of you are like, I don't even care about giving a rodents forecast together. So anyway, my job here is not to critique the rodents forecast. I'm just here to tell you the facts about what I do know. So anyway, 6 more weeks of winter is likely either way. Some of us saw some snow in Patrick County that walked up to a very burst of that in the nature. So if you're fortunate enough to see snow, kind of soak it up, because I don't know when we're going to be seeing anytime soon. All right, here's some quick facts about the groundhog. Over the past decade or so, he's been about 40% right, so about 2/5 he's been accurate in the last 10 years or so. About roughly overall, he's actually 20% accurate of the total. 107 now times he has seen his shadow. 20 times he has not seen his shadow. The last time was back in 2020. And then, like I said, there was a little bit of time at one point where they didn't keep records for about a decade. So this is going back to the 1890s, I believe it is, right around how long this tradition has been going around. So it has been a journey to watch the groundhog do a weatherman's job. So, all right, enough of that matter about the groundhog. But again, 6 more weeks of winter is forecasted. All right, let's take a look now locally. No snow is expected tonight, but we are going to see increasing clouds and much colder air settling in. As I've been telling you about this all week, we're going to get cooler than average as you make your way later on tonight. 40s for the rest of everybody with cloudy skies developing. Area overnight lows are going to be near freezing, so I highly doubt there's any liquid precipitation anywhere that is visible on the main roads, because if it is, most of it's probably now just dried up thanks to that wind that's allowing that to kind of move around and do that evaporational cooling for us. Temperatures again near freezing. The only exception I would only imagine is those higher elevations in Patrick County, so towards Metazadan, up towards Route 8, right there along the Parkway would be my only other concern. But for the rest of us, we only saw a lot of rain. We did see it, if you're lucky enough, you maybe saw some sunny clouds and sunny skies mixed in with that too. Tomorrow's forecast, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 tomorrow. The high is 40 with a low of 16. That is correct. That is not an error. Temperatures are going to be falling throughout the day, making our wind chills feel more like closer to the 20s and 30s for the entirety of the most of the day. So as you're getting your day started for your Friday, do note that we are not going to be seeing 60-degree temperatures, but we will next week though. However, though, we're going to feel more like winter, and I really think we need to be feeling like this because it has just been so oppressively mild. January went down to one of the mildest months. That's now tied for the third in the top 10. Let's put it that way. I don't want to get my numbers all wrong there, but climatology speaking, January for the whole U.S. went down as one of the warmest in quite some time. Highs tomorrow are going to get in the 30s. It's going to feel more like the 20s here for Ararat, Stewart, and Woolwine there. Oak Level even coming in that direction. Franklin County up towards Ferrum, Rocky Mount, and Boones Mill are going to stay near 30. Again, this is the air temperature, so the wind chill temperature is going to subtract about maybe 10 to 12 degrees than that, and then that's your actual air temperature. So, like I said, we're going to feel more like the 30s and 20s out throughout the day, and our overnight lows for everybody are going to dip in the teens. So our wind chills are going to be pretty cold later on the evening hours. So again, overnight lows in the teens. We may see some single-digit wind chills, but other than that, I would expect most areas remain pretty cold and windy. So as we move on to again Saturday, Friday night, winds will continue on by the later midnight hour going in to the start of your Saturday. We will see winds decreasing for us. Temperatures are going to feel pretty cool for this time of year. The average high, again, is right around 50 degrees for the month of February. We're already running below that. So that's okay, because Personally, we need to feel like winter, not sprinter, as I like to call it, a mix of spring and winter combined together. Chilly overnight low there, 27 with clouds from partly to clear skies from again, so just keep that in mind. Sunday's featuring an overcast sky, maybe a light sprinkle or two. Again, several days ago, models were hinting at a little bit of another storm system, but I think what's going to end up happening with that, we're going to remain breezy. We'll have some southwest breezes moving in. It's going to result into some more warmer weather, which is going to begin on Monday, a high of 60 degrees. So we're pretty much just going almost 10 degrees warmer each and every day as you make your way to the start of the first full week of February. Of course, as you know, Valentine's Day is about, what is today? We're roughly about a week or half out from Valentine's, so if you haven't got those Valentine ideas, you still have time. And of course, the Super Bowl is in about next weekend, so maybe you're trying to get some Super Bowl things, so maybe you get your parties and your food gatherings. Go ahead and collect those items up, and then go ahead the next day, or if you're like me, you wait a few days later for that discounted candy. That's the way to go. I think it is. That's just my take on that. But anyway, mild temperatures will begin the first few days of February, and sunny skies as well. Plenty of sunny skies out there. So for Recess Monday, I would go ahead and give it the stamp of approval to do so. We'll see what happens between now and the next several weeks. I know a lot of you really want a big snow. Look, I'm a snow lover. I think you all know that already from me, from doing this from time to time. So we'll see what happens between now and the end of the month. And again, March has also thrown some curveballs at us from time to time. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up here for you. We thank you for your company and your continued support. We encourage you to stick around. We have a lot more news and programming coming up next.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.